are used in tenses and in which tense what form of verb is used. Let's see here with the help of this small table. Verb forms in the first columns, you see form of the verbs, and in the second columns you see tenses where the verb is being used, that we see in the second column. V1 example, right? You may take the example of go, sit, stand, do, everything. I have taken the help of the verb right here. First form means right, where it is used. Simple present tense everywhere except in the third person singular positive sentences. First person, second person, third person, plural, negative, positive, interrogative, in all the sentences it is used in simple present tense, but except in third person singular positive. Then simple past tense everywhere except in the positive sentences. In simple past tense also we use V1 form of the verb. Then in simple future tense everywhere. This verb, V1 form of the verb, is used everywhere in simple future tense. Positive, negative, first person, second person, third person, plural, singular, all kinds of sentences. V1 plus S, example, writes. Simple present tense only in the third person singular positive sentences. V1 plus S, it has a very limited scope, but it is one of the most confusing verb forms. You better keep in mind the usage of this, where it is used. Simple present tense, third person, only in singular positive. V2, example, wrote. This V2 form of the verb has very limited scope, but it is also one of the most confusing verb forms. We must be very careful while using this. Simple past tense only in positive sentences. It has a very limited scope. That is also in simple past tense. In positive sentences only we use this. V3, example, written. Everywhere in all the three perfect tenses. Present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense. The sentence may be positive, negative, first person, second person, third person, interrogative, singular, plural. Everywhere we use this V3 form of the verb. The example is written here, and this V3 form of the verb is used in passive voices also. I will deal with this topic in detail when we are studying about active and passive voices. Now last one, V1 plus ing, example, writing. Everywhere in all the 6 continuous tenses. Present continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense. In all of these sentences, whatever may be the type of sentence, positive, negative, interrogative, or however may be the sentence, singular or plural, in everywhere it is in all these 6 sentences, everywhere V1 plus ing is used. This is what we studied about verbs and their forms. Now let's see about some pronouns. There are certain pronouns that help us to learn tenses better. Let's see them also. We are preparing ourselves to learn tenses, and in order to prepare ourselves we are studying certain topics. First we studied tenses and persons, then we studied tenses and forms of the verbs. Now we are studying tenses and pronouns. This is the C1, tenses and pronouns. In order to practice tenses well, usually the help of 8 pronouns is taken. They are I, we, you, he, she, it, they. Certain pronouns are there. While learning tenses, in order to learn the structures better, in order to learn the usage of the verbs with the tenses better, we take the help of these 8 pronouns. I have mentioned you 2 times. Why? Because one U represents singular and another U represents plural. Let's try to understand how these 8 pronouns are used and what they represent with the help of this small table. I represents myself. I am a teacher. I am a student. I am a good girl also. You can say if you are a girl. We, now, it represents the group of people including me. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಜನರನ್ನು ಇದು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸ್ತೈತಿ. ವಿ ವೇರ್ 10 ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್. ನಾವು 12 ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆವು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಇದು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸ್ತೈತಿ. ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡು. ದೆನ್ ಯು, the persons in front of you with whom you are talking at present. Whoever you are talking at present, whom that you presents, it represents both singular and plural. That is why I have given 3 and 4 numbers to you. You are a good boy, we say. You are a good girl, we say. You are the best students, we say. You are the bad animals, we say. It may be animals, it may be boy, it may be girl, it may be thing also. If it is in front of you, you are talking to it, we use you there. Then comes he. He represents Rama, Krishna, ox, dog, etc. It may be Rama, it may be Krishna, it may be Robert, it may be Rahim. To represent that, we use he. Instead of that he, if we use Rama, Rahim, Robert, that will also do. Okay, and at the same time we use he for male animals and birds. He is a good dog, we say. He is a strong ox, we say. He is a bad animal, we say, if it is a male. Then comes she. Sita, Gita, cow, bitch, etc. She represents female. Instead of she, we may use Sita, we may use Gita. Even she represents female animals or female birds. She is a very bad bitch, we may say. She is a very beautiful cow, we may say. And now it represents the things we use and sometimes birds, animals, etc. It represents things. It is a beautiful pen, we say. It is a beautiful flower, we say. It's a bad animal, we say, if we don't know the sex of that animal. ನಂತರ ದೇ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅವರು ಇವರು represents the plurals of he, she, it. ಇನ್ನು ದೇ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು he, she, it ಇವುಗಳ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸ್ತೈತಿ. They are good people, they are heavy sticks, they are bad animals, they are good girls. ಆ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.